Released in June 2015 by developer Sam Barlow, Her Story is an interactive film in which you are watching a series of clips of police interviews taken during a murder investigation, and you must use those clips to figure out the fate of a missing man. The police interviews focus on the man's wife, Hannah Smith, played by British musician Viva Serifert. I think I'm saying that name right. Does Her Story elevate the full motion genre to new narrative heights? Or is it just another example of why some people don't consider the FMV games to be a legit form of gaming? Let's hit play and find out. How you doing, fellow geeks? GamerDad79 here. So first and foremost, let me give you guys a little heads up. I am a little under the weather while making this video. I am a little sick, so if my voice sounds off or my face looks weird, that's why, right? I'm not feeling too great, but I do want to get this video out there. It's been a while since I've done any videos. I've been kind of waiting on some things to come in. I got my new mic here. I've been waiting on some new channel art to be done. I commissioned that a little while ago. It's taking a little bit longer than what I thought, but I do want to get these videos out now, right? So, and going forward, we're going to be looking at every Sunday is when we're going to be releasing new videos, so hopefully you look forward to that. Now, today on Full Motion Review, we're going to be talking about the full motion video game, Her Story. Now, if you follow my channel, you know that I am a big fan of the full motion video game genre, right? I love that genre. Ever since I was a kid, I always had this kind of obsession with being able to control the outcome of a movie, right? I always thought that would be something that was really cool to do. And, you know, I always thought as watching a movie, what would I do different? What decision would I make at this interval, at this juncture to change the outcome of this story? And the really cool thing about full motion video games is that you have the ability to do that. Obviously, some games are more in that direction than others, but that's the gist of a full motion video game, right? You are playing an interactive movie to an extent, and that's what I really like about the genre. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dig into some old-fashioned police tapes and try and decipher just what the hell is going on in Her Story. In Her Story, you have been given access to a police database where you are trying to figure out what has happened to Simon Smith. His wife, Hannah Smith, has come to the police station to report him missing. At first, you are presented with just 4 videos to review, but that will soon expand to so much more. So in Her Story, you are not a participant in the events that are happening. You are just more an observer. The interviews have already happened. That was done in a police station, and you are just watching these clips. You were given access to this police database so you can watch these videos. What reason you are watching these videos, you don't really know. You are trying to figure out, obviously you are trying to figure out what happened to Simon Smith. You don't know why you're trying to figure out this. The events of this took place back in the early 90s. I think it was 1994 the game took place. So you are just an observer at this point. You're not participating in this. The way the game works is when you watch these videos, you have to figure out certain key words during the clip, and you pick out those keywords and you implement them into, or you input them into the search box, and then new videos will pop up based on the keyword that you put in. So for instance, in the very first videos that you are presented with, right, you got 4 when you first started the game that are tagged with missing. As you are watching those videos, the name Simon comes up, right? You don't know anything about Simon when you first log on to the game. You don't know what you're doing. You're just watching these 4 videos. As you're watching, more and more becomes known, and you find out there someone is missing. That Simon Smith is missing. So once you hear Simon for the first time, you take that keyword, you put it into the search box, and a whole set of new videos will pop up with that Simon is said during that video at some time. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking at phrases that are said during the videos. You pick them out, put them in a new video, and a whole bunch of new videos, or you put them in the search engine, and a whole bunch of new videos will pop up based on that phrase or term or something along those lines. That's pretty much how the gameplay loop works, and that's pretty much it for gameplay in terms of this game. Obviously, this kind of game relies heavily on the narrative and the performance of its actors. Being the fact that this is less of a video game and more of an interactive film, the whole experience would fall apart if either of these two were not exceptional. I was deeply invested in this story, and I was on the edge of my seat with each new tidbit of information revealed. And the performance of Viva Serifit, the one and only actor in this game, was insanely good. Yeah, so the game basically revolves simply around the Hannah Smith character played by Vida Serifit. I think I'm saying that name right. I am bad with trying to pronounce names. But that she is the only actor in this game at all, right? You don't see anybody else. You don't even see the police investigator off the screen. You don't even hear him. The entire game is relying on her performance, and I'm proud to say, and I'm happy to say, that her performance was absolutely amazing. She really had me believing that she was Hannah Smith during this game. Her performance is really, really filled with a lot of nuance that you don't even normally see in full budgeted movies, right? She really put a lot into this role, and I don't know if she's done any other acting, but I really hope she has, because she's a musician. She's a British musician, but she is a phenomenal actress, and I would really hope to see her do more either full motion gaming in the future, or maybe see her do more movies in the future too, because she is a phenomenal actress, and the game is it's elevated because of her performance and what she's able to pull out of being the one and only person that you see during this movie. It was just a phenomenal performance by her. One aspect of the game I did not particularly like was the ability to save certain clips for quicker viewing later on if something particular stuck out to you. You could also enter your own tags for each video to find them later easier if you wanted to. Neither of these provided very helpful to me in my investigation. I rarely found myself using either of these mechanics during gameplay. Yeah, now everyone's going to have different mileage when it comes to this mechanical aspect of the game. Like I said, you are able to save videos for later, right? There's a little an area in the bottom of your screen where you can save these videos for later, so if you want to watch them again. I'm assuming that is there for if there is a keyword in there that you want to try to remember for later, you can save it. You can also tag these videos with your own specific tag, and then when you put that into the search engine, those videos will pop up again later. I didn't get a whole lot of mileage out of that. When I first started the game, I was trying to use it, but then I found it felt like it was getting out of control. The amount of video clips that were being saved down there that I thought, okay, these videos have something important. So what I ended up doing was going a little old-fashioned with my video game. I just took a piece of paper, and every single keyword or something that I thought was a keyword, something that I thought could further my investigation, I just wrote down on that piece of paper. And I ended up with the normal paper with 3 columns filled with keywords that I wanted to investigate further. And I just took those and I put them in the search engine, and that's how I played the game. Again, everyone's going to have a little bit different mileage when it comes to this particular aspect of the game. And I'm sure the developer wanted to give you a way to track these videos and keywords and everything like that, but it just didn't work out very well for me. Without spoiling the ending of the game, I do have to warn you that there is no definitive ending. There is no aha moment where you know who the culprit is and you win the game, so to speak. There is no winning in this game. The ending is left very abstract and open to your interpretation. Yeah, so normally I'm not a big fan of games that leave things extremely abstract. Especially when I invest a lot of time into a game, I want to be able to know what happened. However, in terms of Her Story, I really enjoyed it. I really liked that open-endedness, that ambiguity to what happened. And what really makes this game special, in my opinion, is that even after the credits roll and the game is over, I was still thinking about the game, and what I originally thought happened, I was questioning because I was thinking about another clip that I saw throughout the game. And it made me go, wait a minute, maybe this happened or maybe that happened. And it's really interesting to interact with the community, with the fans of this game, because everyone has their own idea of what might have happened. And it really leads to a lot of interesting discussions and stuff like that. So you have to ask yourself before playing these types of games if you are a fan of open-endedness when it comes to your games, or if you like something that's a little bit more laid out and you know what happened at the end of the game. But I will say that, like I said, for me, I don't normally like those types of games, but for Her Story, it worked, and it worked really well, really well, and I was really happy to play it. As I said, one thing I said earlier about investing time, the game really fit my lifestyle as well, because the game only takes about 2.5 hours, maybe a little longer, depending on how much you're going to put into it. You can always go back and try to unlock, once you finish the game, you can always go back and unlock more videos by going through the game a little bit more, and maybe you would get a more clearer understanding of what happened than what you originally thought. Final thoughts. Her Story is the perfect example of just how amazing the full motion video game genre can be. This is a narrative that will stick with me for a very long time. As I said in the opening of this video, I am fascinated with having the ability to control a real-life movie, and Her Story allowed me to take part in a police procedural. Her Story challenges what can be accomplished using the video game medium as an art form. After playing this game, I am extremely excited to play Sam Barlow's spiritual successor to Her Story, Telling Lies. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments section below if you have played Her Story and what you thought of it. I'm also very interested to know what your interpretation of the ending was. I will leave my interpretation of the ending in the description box below so as not to spoil anything too much in the video itself. If you are not a subscriber to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit that little bell so you know every single time I upload new videos. Again, like I said at the beginning, it's going to be every Sunday going forward. If you like this video, please give me that thumbs up. Thumbs ups always help. And if you are a fan of my channel, please share the video to help GamerDad79 grow. If you want more GamerDad79 content, be sure to check me out on both Facebook and Twitter. I will leave the links in the description box below. Also, if you'll go ahead and check out these videos that are popping up on your screen right now for even more GamerDad79 content. Alright, so that is it. I am GamerDad79. This was Full Motion Review, and we were talking about Her Story. Until next time, fellow geeks, I'm GamerDad79. Keep on geeking on.